Hello, brain lordy tubers, brainiacs, something like that. Welcome to a Let's Play with Blue Ankylo, being live streamed this time. So if you're watching this on YouTube in the video form later on, you know this was all done live stream. Today's December what is it, 8th? Yeah, December 8th. So gives you an idea of how long it was. Anyway, this is a little bit of gameplay for it if you've never seen this game before. It's kind of a cross between Zelda, Link to the Past kind of game, and a little bit of RPG magic and stuff. It's cool. We'll figure it out as we go along anyway. It's an Enix game from 1994. Alright, let's go for real this time. So it's been a long time since I've played this, but when I was a kid, this was one of the few Super Nintendo games that was given to me early on. So it was one of the first sort of exposure to these sorts of games I had. So I had some good times with it. And as we've been talking with Chad a little bit, there's some tie-ins to 7th Saga a little bit, which is a fun game, but that one's like terribly grindy. This one, not so much, unless you want to. So we'll go with the traditional blue. I can't remember if the character has a canonical name. It doesn't really matter. Look, it's just like the intro to Link to the Past. Just abandon your children. Go on an adventure. It's cool. I don't remember the dialogue being particularly amazing, so don't get your hopes up too high. Oh yeah, the dragon story. You're probably gonna kill it. Oh, you want to be a dragoon. Okay, well, that's a noble enterprise. Not a dragoon, sorry, this is not Squaresoft. Final Fantasy copyrighted at this point. They hadn't merged Squeenix yet. Sure, I mean, what kid wouldn't enjoy a dream of being a dragon rider at some point? That sounds cool. Oh yeah, you know what that means, guys. Alright, the Tower of Light, by the way, is like maybe a 10-minute walk north of Village. There's a lot of monsters, but it's not very hard to get to. So if you can't find the tower that's like 10 minutes out of town, make sure that your son does it later on. But he has to have like children first, clearly, or else you can't carry on the lineage. Alright. Well, you know how tropey JRPGs work. Farewell, Dad, and we'll never see him again, because protagonists aren't allowed to have living parents. Don't even ask where his mom is. Alright. We're all grown up, just like that. It's a little bit like Squaresoft games, but it's really an Enix game. And there's definitely a distinction. At the dragon's house? Well, look, there's a dragon in town. That's really easy. You could have just walked over there. Pay attention to a lot of the characters in this tavern, though. We'll see a lot of them throughout the story. Like, all these characters are relatively major characters, as far as the game's concerned. So we got Cassian. I forget, like, everything about them, but I recognize the sprites. I know they'll be around for a while. Barnes, I think, is like the old, smart dude, kind of the sage. Everybody knows about the legend of the dragon. The Lord of Evil. Of course, they taught that in, like, grade 1, right? Ferris is probably the love interest. Just in it for the money, that's it. Perfect. Oh, I thought we grew up here, but apparently we're wandering, I don't know, mercenary, I guess? Rain's the cool guy. He's the cool dude everyone wants to be like. Alright, we're not really a sorcerer, though, so that's not gonna work. Alright, we can go north from Arcs to defeat monsters and get to the Tower of Light. That's the one Dad was looking for, so I thought he grew up here, but apparently not. Soldiers, sorcerers, mercenaries, others. Experienced? Not? Have fun. Highest prices paid. It's probably all a con gig. Is Ferris the same? I don't think so. We could almost guarantee that this Ferris will make all the money and will not, but yeah, we'll see. Why everyone just wants money? Alright, I like this place. Oh, originally I worked for the gods, but they didn't pay well, so I got a job at the tavern here. Everybody's interested in dragons. Sure. Drinking in kids' games. Are they even gonna say it's like milk or something? Nope, we're drunk. Or at least something's wrong. Something's wrong with us. Great start. Alright. Alright, so we got a sword. That's cool. Let's see what we got. Inventory, you know. Kind of reminds me of Dragon Warrior, honestly. But yeah. Swords. It's pretty bad. You know, 1 damage. Not great. We got a leather armor. You know, it's pretty bad. And so is the leather helmet. Look, we're not rich. Everything's old and smelly. We don't have any magic. We could maybe... Yeah, messages are going to be fast. And... sure, that'll be fine. Look at me. 6 HP. 2 power. It's insane. Yeah, Dragon Lord would work. Alright. Please don't tell me that's return to title screen. Okay, return just sleep mode, maybe? Crazy. Alright, we got 5,000 Gs. Holy smokes, we are rich. We could stay here for 50 nights and just totally waste all of our money. Alright, I do remember, like, health management, HP management is kind of difficult early on, so we gotta be careful with our healing and so forth. Oh, I remember Mrs. Rennell. Oh, yeah. Early level RPG tropes, like killing some rats in the attic? This wasn't the first, but it was certainly one of the early ones. What I'm looking for, though, is a gem salesman, actually. I don't know how early you can get them, though. Oh, man, work is boring. Yeah, or your father could be a deadbeat dad that abandoned you when you were 8 and then you had to become a traveling mercenary to pay the bills. I think you got it pretty good, kid. Oh yeah, the cheese, I remember that. That's good. Oh, we snuck in! She's got clothes on, I don't know what her problem is. I mean, yeah. It's the name of the game, you just wander into people's rooms and talk to them, steal their stuff. This is the room that usually has the salesman that I'm looking for. Hi, Meister. Yeah, so this is like the main thing, the main like mechanic for the game. They're cool. I would love to buy some. How expensive are we talking here? That one sucks. You don't want that one. They're pretty expensive anyway. This one is the one you want 90% of the game. As this guy levels up, you just do more damage, which is pretty much the way to win the game. So once we get 11,000 Gs, we'll be able to buy that. You can have 2 out at a time, so you do want 2. Now, there are cool ones that do lots of cool special attacks. The attack fairy doesn't do anything but makes your sword stronger, essentially. The other ones are cooler, but, you know, I'll show them off eventually. Holy smokes. Yeah, okay, these are, like, really expensive. The water one, there's one that like heals you and stuff. Like there's some good stuff. This one just attacks enemies on its own. It's cool. Alright, well, we can't afford any of that, so forget that plan. I thought we could get like a nice early gem or something, but psh. We're too poor. In fact, if anything, we should probably buy a sword if we can. Oh. If your message is held for review, I'm not sure if I set up mods properly. It's just YouTube auto does stuff like that nowadays. So, I guess, hold on. This is nothing. I don't know why they censored that. YouTube doesn't want us talking about rats. So I think this is the lady's house that has the mice. No, maybe not. Oh, in my day, there was just dragons everywhere. Both ways uphill, of course. Yeah, this is the lady. Alright. Now, she's not kidding. She really does have a mouse problem. Like, this is quite the infestation. Like, look at all this. Even slowdown, there's so many of them, it actually slows the game down. Too many sprites on screen at once. Poor old Super Nintendo can't handle it. Hooray! We killed them all. Got $1,000 for each mouse. Had 100 gold, or 100 Gs, whatever a G is. More importantly, a shield. And a piece of paper! Yeah. So that's good. Let's check out our piece of paper. It's really important. Oh, it's old and old. We're just stealing some paper. Oh, wait, what's this? Went with Rune to the Tower of Light, divided into 4 parts. Down the hidden staircase. There's a lot of secrets in the dungeons. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can miss. First floor, that room. Sealed up the fairy stars. Oh. Hopefully I can remember how to find the secrets. Anyway, one of the sort of tricks with this game is shields all have, like, durability. So you can block, like, projectiles and stuff, which is nice. But then they run out of durability and break. So don't rely on them too much. Especially this first one. You know, you can block some stuff, but... Jumping is, like, uncontrollable. Once you press jump, you're just in there and you can't attack. So, be careful with jumping in mid-battle, too. It's not a good combat maneuver, anyway. Alright, Mavel. Oh, yeah, I mean, you can see. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Did you know that you had one of these up in your attic? Yeah, I don't think this is like a very popular game, honestly. I'd be surprised if very many of you guys watching have really even played it before. I don't know how, like, I think my mom bought it when I was, whatever, some age. I'm like, I don't know where she found it. Like, I've never really seen it anywhere before, or since then. Anyway, old dude, you know, he likes his dragon stories, dragon tales. Alright, so we'll find the blacksmith. He's the one that is posted the job anyway. Yeah, I could go with buying some weapons and stuff. It's pretty convenient, but it's pretty expensive. And we're also just not allowed to go south, period. We're not allowed to go to Toronto. Toronto's a terrible place, infested with monsters. Never heard of it, likely forget about it. Hey, you never know. Maybe someone will watch this and think it's an amazing game and go play it. I don't know. Oh, he's just digging a hole. Alright, alright. I hope Rune doesn't ruin his health. Ha ha ha. Yeah. So everyone's going to the Tower of Light to find a dragon and dragon scales. Oh, sure, I'll help. Oh yeah, cool school. It's a lot like Illusion of Gaia or something. Everyone's got to have school in RPG towns. Yeah, but who's gonna climb these towers and actually, like, verify these stories, right? I just think, like, this was just one of those games that just fell under the radar, because it never got popular, like, even 7th Sega, which, like I said earlier, this is kind of related to. I don't know. 7th Sega is a bit of a cult classic, but this is, like, nobody knows about it that I've heard. So this is the blacksmith. He just wants some dragon scales. Get some pretty good gold. But we can't just buy normal swords, unfortunately. If I remember correctly, we do end up getting most of our equipment from treasure in dungeons, to be honest, so it's fine. You know, honestly, the music for this game isn't even that bad. Like, for a mid-generation Super Nintendo game, not bad at all. I suppose if there really were monsters just outside of your house, pretty scary. There's something that happens in this house. I remember the pot. Like, do I like break them and she gets mad at me or something? I think if I bring an axe, I can break stuff. I have a feeling she gets mad at you if you break all her stuff. Oh yeah, for sure. I've got nothing against Enix at all. I just, as a kid, it's because of Final Fantasy mostly, I was always more of a fan of the Square games, really. Alright, this is the item shop. I remember this one. Or just shop. Tool shop. We have everything. Okay, you got me. Alright, so, stuff. Apples. 500 gold in apples. Great. That's one of your cheapest healing items. Cheese. More expensive. Great. You might only be able to hold one of each item, honestly. Like, it's kind of old school inventory system. If I remember correctly, Warp Gate just takes you back to your town, the last place you rested, basically. Cape Herb, I don't even remember. It's a mystery. I think it probably cures the status ailment, and that's for poison, clearly. We'll figure it out as we go along. These things are good. They're pretty expensive, but this, I believe, makes you take half damage, and the red one is double damage. Like, you deal double damage, I think. Okay, it's not one item each. I remember now. Okay, I think I can if I can show you my inventory here. There's like limited numbers of pages. Every item takes one slot, and you only get 3 pages. Unfortunately, as you get further into the game, like key items take up like a third of them, plus all those jewels and stuff. So you have to be a little bit picky with which extra stuff you hold on to. That's right, I remember that. Well, I definitely did enjoy Dragon Quest a lot, to be fair. But yeah, most of the time I was a Final Fantasy kid. Now, I don't know if I should spend any real money here. I should probably buy some apples at least. Hey, man. Maybe there's an axe downstairs here. Ah, here we go. Here we go. This looks good. He's got axes on the counter. Oh, come on, dude. Look. How could you be sold out? I'll take one of those. Alright, so we gotta find a dragon scale. The blacksmith will start making weapons again, and then we can buy weapons. Fine. I guess I'll just spend a bit of money. If a mouse drops 100 Gs, I'm sure we'll be fine buying some apples for 500. Or you can maybe buy them individually. Boy, do you guys miss these old days from the old RPGs where you have to buy items one at a time? I'll buy 4, and I'll call it good. Alright, that's enough. I think I already talked to him. Yeah, I found the arms dealer. He doesn't have any friggin' weapons. Alright. I have a feeling there's at least a couple points in this game, or I sort of remember where you literally have to talk to everyone in the town to progress the plot, so I'll be making a habit of talking to everyone because I don't want to get stuck. Anyway, welcome to, like, you know, the overworld kind of place. Got some goblin-y things. I don't know. Look at that. You know, we'll pay for our apples in no time. So you probably could, right now, if you wanted to, fight a bunch of these guys, grind up some gold, and buy the attack fairy jewel. And that would probably make your life a lot easier in the first dungeon. I'm not going to do that, because I'm not min-maxing and grinding. But I'm just saying, you know, I might have done that when I was a kid. 3-level deep menus, yeah. Welcome to Enix! That's the spirit of old Enix games. So most of these enemies will be, like, infinitely respawning. You just... As soon as you leave the screen, they tend to come back. It's not the most in-depth combat. Can we just jump up there? Oh, yeah, look at that. Alright. Deke him out. There we go. We got a pretty good jump, though, honestly. Like, that's not bad. Because the sword has a nice kind of... Oh, yeah, the shield auto-blocks a couple times before it breaks. Yeah, that's good. But because the sword has a nice sort of area of effect, kind of nice radius, it's nice to come at enemies kind of from a little bit of a diagonal angle. It's pretty good. I guess you can hold the jump button down. Okay, yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember how this works. You can tap jump to do, like, standing jumps. and if you hold it, you jump further, kind of thing. Oh, this is ominous. See, isn't this like supposed to be the place you grew up? I feel like this is supposed to be your home, your childhood home. But maybe I'm wrong. A Crimson Jade, alright. Oh, we have to name them. I forgot about that. You guys, any suggestions from chat? We can totally name these after viewers. We'll probably get like maybe a dozen fairies, give or take. And I can definitely pull some names from chat. Relatively long, even. We got like, is it almost 10 characters? I don't know. What did they say? What's this? Did they call this the Anger Fairy or something? I forget what they called this one. What'd you call it, dude? Yeah, that's about as good as my standard naming conventions. Dude, Ted, yeah. I'm glad to see that most people are about as creative with naming characters as I am. Alright, well, I'll go with Dude because it was the first one this time, but there'll be more coming up in the future, so keep thinking about it, you guys. We'll have more to name later on, and I'll be looking for some good creative names. Dude. Alright, Dude. So with these guys, you gotta release them. Uses fireballs. Alright, so this is one of like, not one of my favorite types, but you know, it's better than nothing. I found my heart. Probably maximum HP, if I remember correctly. It's totally not Zelda we're playing here. Anyway, full heals, so you could probably hold on to those and use them to full heal later on. Swear words. Yeah. Dude and Dudette. Yeah, that's probably fair. Have the whole family of Dude-rinos and... Alright, so occasionally our new fairy dude will shoot little fireballs. It's not really controllable. I think it just targets whatever's nearest to you, and that's pretty much it. As it levels up, which we'll see eventually here, it will... Okay, that's the little jewel thing. That's like your little experience orb. And there are ways of sort of gaming the system because certain enemies or certain numbers of enemies will drop those. Like, I remember in general that there are ways of kind of speeding up the grinding a little bit if you're trying to level these guys up. Like, if I go far enough away from that one that dropped it, maybe if we go back to kill the same enemy, we might get another one of those little XP orbs, but I can't remember exactly. Got it. No. Maybe it's like you have to kill a certain number of them or something. Whatever. It's no big deal. But yeah, just to show you, I think it says there's, you can get some stats here. Oh, maybe not. Discard, copy. Just copy it. No, I think maybe the traveling trader dude tells you, like, there's somewhere that you can get a little bit of information on them. Nice. That's a free apple. That's 500 Gs. Sure, a monster dropped on the ground, but, like, that's fine. I seem to remember, like, as a kid, not realizing you could jump up those cliffs and being stuck for a while. Oh, you can jump diagonally, too. Alright. It's good, because there's going to be some, like, platforming puzzles coming up soon. Hey, Kashan! It's a statue, right? No. Yeah, where were they holding on to that apple? Alright, get your save point, no big deal. It's just a talking statue. So one of the cool things about Brainlord is the dungeons are pretty complex. There's a lot of traps and puzzly type things, and I don't know, it's cool. I mean, I remember being sort of not stumped by them a whole lot as a kid, but it'll be interesting to see now coming back, like, as a professional video game player, how difficult they are or not. Oh, right. Skeletons that waste your time. I assume you can kill them eventually, yeah. Now, there are going to be areas where, like, you just walk against the wall and you find a secret room. I hate that kind of stuff. We definitely need to do more damage, though. That's... Hey! Dude's leveled up! Now, I don't know when we'll see differences from his projectiles. Like, it'll be like every few levels up, he'll get, like, a bigger projectile, or he'll shoot them more quickly or something, or they'll do more damage, but... You know, it'll take a little while. Like, that's nothing. But, like, you can tell there's, like, rooms back there behind the walls. Maybe I should just try to let the fireballs kill them. I don't know. The fireballs probably do more damage than our sword by now. Just with one level up. Alright. Read the sign. Be careful of the goblin that controls lightning. Oh, okay. That's probably one of the herbs I should have bought back in town. That cures numbing. I feel like... I'm already, like, feeling like there's areas around here that you can, like, find little secrets. But I'm hoping there wasn't any, like, really dumbly hidden ones in the first floor without any kind of hint. Now, there was that one scrap of paper we found in the old lady's attic that did mention something. It's very vague. It's probably too early for secrets. Hopefully. Oh, good thing I killed it. Okay, and then there'll be things like this, like little hints that maybe these kind of walls might be worth exploring more. They won't all be something, but keep your eyes open for little markers. I mean, I don't think there's anything here. Alright. One floor done. There's probably like 12 floors here. How'd you get here? Jeez. Oh, blue! Yeah, we were definitely missing out on half of the floor of that. Good for you. Clever girl. Alright, there's gonna be some riddles, so prepare yourselves. Figure out the riddle of the door. The puzzle is in the room below. Oh, yeah, standard old game mechanics, nothing new there. If you mess it up, come back and try again. Oh, okay, so it's gonna be like rock pushing puzzle. Alright, this is gonna be easy. It's gonna be, you know... I'm sure you guys have seen this before, right? Just buy loot boxes for secret hints? Oh, you mean a loot box that gives you a chance of getting a secret hint? That'd be the best. What got you into... What got me into wanting to game on YouTube? Well, sometime around when StarCraft 2 came out, which was, gee, 7 years ago? Something like that. That's when I realized that in the early YouTube days, well, I started watching people do like live streams of professional StarCraft 2 gaming. And I'd been sort of aware of it in the past, but never really checked it out. And I thought that was cool. And then once I started watching some of that, some of the suggested links and all that started showing Let's Plays. And then I learned, hey, that's what a Let's Play is. And I probably spent a good, like, 3 or 4 years just casually finding some YouTubers I liked, and I already read this. You know, just enjoying myself, as you do. And at some point, I sort of thought, like, for one, I'm interested in technology and software and stuff. And to be fair, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, it's more complicated than it was now. Like, the recording tools nowadays are a lot simpler to use. It was a little bit more learning required back then. Not hard, but, you know, you had to do a little bit of technical stuff. Anyway, I remember thinking quite a few times, like, oh, you know, this guy, he's got like 100,000 views or whatever. I could definitely record a video or you know, handle like the video quality, the footage, the audio balance. I could do that stuff better than that. I might not be the most hilarious commentator, but I'm like, I could definitely cover the technical side. So after a certain amount of time, I'm like, well, I've been watching all these people Let's Play, maybe I'll give it a try and see if I can do better myself. And that's basically how it got started. Just turned into sort of a hobby for fun. There's never really been any like gonna get famous, YouTube famous. It's just been sort of like in spare time kind of deal. Yeah, I'm really good at killing mice. Nice. Alright, we're gonna be a sorcerer now. That's fine. I'm sure we've all played video games before. Alright, we can now charge up, and we can... It's totally not The Legend of Zelda with a sword spark or whatever they call them. It's totally different. But, you know, it's ours now. There's lots of magic, you'll see. Well, I appreciate that. Oh, I gotta kill some of these eyeballs. I also sort of have, like, general sort of themes for the way I commentate. Like, I like to keep the videos kind of chill and relaxing, and I'm not one of those kind of overactor, I guess, you see it from some people. Oh no! I couldn't swing my sword there for a second. I got numbed, I guess. But yeah, you know, I feel like I've done a good job. I don't put a ton of time into the channel. Like, I don't have infinite spare time, but hey, level 3. I better make sure I don't die here, actually. But yeah, you know, I try to do a good job. So it looks like apples heal like 3 life. That's not very much. I think when my little fairy dude levels up to 4, that's when we start seeing cooler fireballs, if I remember correctly. I haven't watched anything from RPG in a very long time. I used to watch like a bit of H.C. Bailey, but he gets like really loud and like overly excited, and it's just hard to just sit back and relax too, I find. So future of the channel, well, if I get my sort of motivator back up, which is what I'm kind of working at, is getting a little bit more over the winter holidays, is trying to get a little bit more back into the swing of things. I have another 2D platformer I'm looking into, probably something like Ori, the Blind Forest, I think, because like I'm really enjoying the retro 2D platformers, so I'm kind of looking at another one of those. The Christmas present that I would really like to get into for all my YouTube viewers that have been around for a couple of years, I really need to get to Xenoblade Chronicles. I've been meaning to do a Let's Play on Xenoblade for like at least 2 years, and I just keep not getting to it. So if I have my way, by the new year, that's what I'd like to get started. But it's a huge project, so I gotta get like prepped for it. Yeah, I mean, he gives you a good pointer. So we've got a little puzzle here. You gotta step on both switches to open the door, and the balls will continue rolling once you touch them. This is not a very complicated puzzle, but you know, it's a little starter. That's great to hear, Numbers, because that's kind of how I style myself. Is I like playing the retro games, Super Nintendo, PlayStation era games, and I like to be mellow. If I was a Twitch streamer, I'd have all those tags for chill streams and stuff. So it looks like I probably attacked this little brain thing and got the little paralysis lightning effect. It sort of stuns you every now and then, so you can't move. It's not very nice. Mid-20s? I'm older than that. I guess technically I'm considered a millennial, but no, I'm Geesh, what am I? 33, I think. Yeah, 33 sounds right. Hey, great to hear it, Adnidi. Adnidi? I don't know how to say that name. But yeah, no, it's always awesome when I hear people that, you know, picked up watching the channel and got into doing this. It's a great hobby. It's lots of fun. I got that out of Get Dave. I don't know if any of you guys have checked out his channel, but he was like my primary YouTuber that I watched back when I was getting started, and so a lot of my style was sort of derived from his stuff. Oh, spikes! Okay. Alright. At least they give you a little bit of warning, but we don't really have enough HP to just run through this area. This is why the old man told us to go slow. Alright. Yeah, it's a cool old game. Yeah, technically, as far as the millennial rules go, most categories group me in, but I'm from the era before, like, I never really had a cell phone as a kid, or like a video game console in my room, or any of the stuff that traditionally the millennials kind of do. So it's hard to feel like I fit in with the typical millennial sort of tropes and all that. Yeah, no, I've always been a pretty big Get Dave fan. Alright, this being stunned thing's kind of annoying. Oh, I should probably use that heart, hey? Or I could save it till I'm about to die, but still. Let's get max HP. I got lots of apples. All I would say, JP, is make sure you don't get the cheapest mic possible. It doesn't have to be an expensive mic, but just don't get a $10 mic, or else it'll sound bad no matter what you do. What is this thing, anyway? Oh, that's convenient. I'll equip it, I guess. I'd rather not have to reload. It breaks when you die, so you only get one go. Alright, I should have bought some of those herbs back in town that stop the paralysis. It's not, like, game-breaking, but it's definitely annoying. Alright, here we go. Okay, we can do this. These move. We'll go left first, I guess, because whatever. Oh, of course, it's locked. So we need a key. Good. And I've already screwed myself. Unless I can do a diagonal jump. Nope, not even close. Chaos Gate? I don't think I know that game. Oh, I think what you're probably supposed to do to fight these is charge up at range. Yeah. I didn't even think of that. I've got this magic shot I'm not even really using. That's how you fight the stunning enemies. That makes sense. Alright, let's go up. Not get stunned. I'm not cautious or clever enough. Now, sometimes there are areas where, like, you fall down the right pit, and you get taken to a different area. I don't think it's going to happen in this room, but something to keep in mind for later. Alright, yeah, that magic shot works pretty good, actually. Alright. This is the only way left to go, so it's clearly the correct direction. I believe to solve this one, we want to jump over to here. This is all just going off of memory from, like, I probably haven't played this game in, like, 15 years at least. So, oh, didn't even notice the guy with this bow. Goblin archer or something. So that's, like, the warp item, I think, right? This is why I didn't buy this stuff. It's like 1,500 Gs in town, or you can just find it off enemies. XCOM game from 40K. That's cool. I will be looking for another XCOM alike one day. I kind of burned out a little bit on XCOM 2. That long war just... it just burns me out. Okay, pay attention. You guys see the difference? Alright, we got a way to get through these rooms quicker now. Another warp gate. Nice. I sure hope I find the secrets. I almost feel like I should pull open the walkthrough, if there is one, and just the map guide, because there's so many, like, walls, just secret little tidbits with neat little items in them. I feel like, yeah, it's a trap. Hey, we got the key. So the orange balls, they chase you. If you played, what game was it? Star Tropics back on the NES? A lot of these mechanics were the same as in that game. Yeah, Brainlord, look at this, see? Sharing old classics with new gamers that have just missed... what happened there? Alright. Like, either my gamepad's having problems or something sucked me into the pit. Into the abyss. Alright, we're good. A longbow! Oh. I don't know if I'm gonna like that. Well, it does more damage. But it gives up my, sort of diagonal attack. I'll try it out for a little while, but I have a feeling that I'm not going to like it much. Yeah, Star Tropics was a great old game. That's another one that I played right in the old days when it came out. Might and Magic again? You know, probably one day. I do get a lot of requests for Might and Magic. It's definitely one of the more popular series, so I'll be looking into it again at some point. It's just... I am glad that so many people have enjoyed the series, though. The Might and Magic specifically. I'm sure I've mentioned it in the comments a few times, but the only problem with Might and Magic 7 is I didn't play it when it came out, so I don't really have the nostalgia for it, per se, like I do for Might and Magic 6. I would like to see the Evil Path and a different group of characters eventually, but it's just not as much of a priority because... oh, I guess... it's one of these games! Ha! Pay attention to the name. So you actually have to use the key from the menu. That's great. Alright, so this is like the Room of Seals or something. I don't know why they told me to remember the name, but... oh yeah, so the bow... you can kind of change the direction of the arrow mid-prep. If you guys are paying attention there. Like, it's kind of neat. Oh good, more platforming puzzles. Good. At least I remember how to reset them. Jump. Reset. I'm not going to do a lot of fancy diagonal jumping because it'll just waste time. I'm sure if you're good at video games, you can skip a lot of the areas just by diagonal jumping. Hey, armor. That's an improvement. So we're going from 1 defense to 3. Oh yeah. Now, most enemies are just doing 1 damage regardless, so it's not going to change that. But, you know, if we run into a boss or something at the top of the tower, right? Terraria, yeah, that's another one that, that's another one that got a lot of following when I played that game. Terraria was fun. No, this is not my full-time job. This is just a hobby for the side. I do it when I have spare time and I feel like it. Okay, this is definitely a situation where the sword is better than the bow. Dude, level 4! Okay. Alright, his fireball looks the same, unfortunately. I was hoping it would get improved. Okay. There's going to be traps in this room, I remember. So this next hallway, we can ignore those guys. Keep an eye for little squares, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some spikes that come in. Pretty sure. Yeah, there they go. I'm actually kind of happy that, like, some of my memory is holding out for some of this. Like, this is the first level. I probably played it the most of all the areas in this game, but I'm actually still remembering parts of it. It's pretty good. If I remember correctly, at the southern end of this hallway is where there might be a secret. Alright. So, is this... No, apparently not. Something like that, though. Don't attack the stone statue, guys. Well, I thought Might and Magic 6 was the best of them. But, they started getting, like, for the Might and Magic series, they started sort of running out of money. Oh, you're not supposed to attack the stone statue. And my little fireball dude already did. But you have to do it to get past it anyway, so. The 3rd floor key. But yeah, once they got to, like, Might and Magic 7 and 8, and eventually 9, they were basically going bankrupt, so they got rushed out a lot, and that's kind of why they're not as good as you'd hope. Alright, robes are sometimes found in unexpected places, like... There we go. Secrets, guys! Now, I thought that was pretty clever when I was, like, 8 years old or something, but however old I was. I guess it's pretty obvious. Alright, I guess I should be doing bigger damage for these. I think the charge attack does more than your normal swing, so... Alright, skulls everywhere. Yeah, it definitely does more damage. Huzzah! Oh, I don't feel bad about forgetting calculus. Nightmares. All right, so I guess we sort of decided that Dudette would be the name of the second fairy. That's fair. Don't forget to get Clankers out of you'll have to leave a comment once we get to that series, because I'll forget. 100%. Alright. A powerful partner. So what do we get here from this one? Defense power? Ah, that's okay. That's not that amazing. Ha! This is where you can look at their stats. There you go. I'm pretty sure it's 50 experience per blue orb, actually. Yeah, so I bet you Dude's gonna get a level up after one more, and power probably shows how much damage he's doing per fireball. And power for the defense fairy, Dudette, is just added to your guard, so I think something like that. Anyway, let's have an apple. Alright, so that was a secret room, technically. We could have missed that fairy, although I believe you can buy them all from the traveling agent eventually anyway, so it's not like you're gonna miss out forever. Oh yeah, the NES Ghouls and Goblins, or Ghosts and Goblins? There's a couple different ones with different combinations of goblins, ghouls, ghosts, and stuff. But yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, that was another one with respawning enemies in just terrible locations that was just a nightmare to get through. Now I feel like we got the fairy on one side and I'm gonna get a weapon in this side. Like maybe an axe. I don't remember using the longbows, like, or the bow in general at all, so I'm hoping I get a better weapon. Ha! We found the cheese! Excellent. Well, actually, that's really good anyway, so I'm not gonna complain. So, like, right now, we do, like, a base of, like, 1 damage. Oh, is this an RNG? Should I cheese it? I probably should, actually. So normally, you'd have to wait until you could get to a save point, and then save your game, use it, reload, save your game, but we can cheat. Oh, I know what happened. I can't press F2 right now without switching scenes. Oh, it doesn't even tell you how many you got. So you'd have to... I have to pay attention. It doesn't even say. It's not like Dragon Quest that tells you. So that was a +2. I did not get the max roll. I want the max roll. We're going to make the late game a lot easier by totally cheesing it. Assuming we can abuse the RNG seed somehow. I don't know how hard it'll be. Alright, so it was 2 twice in a row, so I'm going to guess that we probably have to do something to cycle the random number seed a little bit. Or we're just gonna get 2 every time. So let's go kill some enemies, see if we can get that power upgrade. I mean, but that's a huge upgrade. We're going from like 2 damage to 5, assuming we get the full upgrade. That's just too much of an improvement to skip auto. So maybe I'll kill the skeleton and I'll see if we can. Can I save it? Like, unfortunately, I have to press F2. Okay, I can't I can't use my shortcuts right now. Or I'll have to change the, I did it again. I'm gonna not be using F2s or F3s, don't worry. We're gonna get this smoothed out. But we're gonna try again. Okay, so, Power 2. Professional streamer, right? That's my day job. Let's see if we can get +3. And that's a +1. So we definitely cycled the random number generator by fighting an enemy or changing a room. So that's good, but we didn't get the result we wanted. So let's kill another enemy. We'll keep learning as we go. Speed things up a little bit. But yeah, there's quite a few sources of power and defense, and it's pretty much your only way to gain stats other than the fairies. So it's interesting that you're kind of limited to the random numbers you get. I don't know if I knew... I probably didn't know that as a kid. I probably just was lazy and used it the first time and just kept whatever I got. Okay, right. These guys are jerks. I remember that. Pretty sure you can kill them, but they also might kill me. Let's try not to be killed by the statue. But yeah, I've always been a pretty big fan of emulators for the ability to save state or, you know, fast forward, frame skip and all that. It's pretty useful. Alright, serious business here. Wow, this thing does, like, way too much damage. I'm gonna have to use, like, all my healing items trying to fight this stupid statue that does 3 damage. Follow me up this way. It's gonna be easier. Oh. Ha! 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 Oh, video game AI. You're no match for me. Now, it may turn out that it's invincible. In which, nope. 500 gold. Probably not worth it. It's like fighting those bubbles from Zelda 2. You guys know the ones, right? Oh, I should try out my I should try out the power source again. I'm just moving my wireless receiver closer because I feel like my gamepad's messing up. All right, so we're gonna save it without losing the scene. Bam. And then we're gonna see if we can get more than +2 from the mighty source of power. And +1. Even worse. Alright. Good old save state. Also, traditionally, whenever I'm doing like recordings on stream or anything for YouTube, I have the worst RNG type luck. So it's no surprise that without save state manipulation, I'd probably get 1s or 2s every time. So that's not a surprise. Yeah, I'll definitely give you a thumbs up for Final Fantasy VI Brave New World. That was a fun series. I've been prepping to do that one for a long time. Alright, come on, 5 power. There we go. We don't have to do that anymore. So, we just got, like, a significant damage upgrade, more than doubled it. And now we can keep using the sword without any ill effect. Oh, but these guys, okay. We don't want to melee them, unfortunately. Okay, that went pretty quick. Oh, that's right. So, if you're leveling up your little fairy dudes, they kind of share, or they don't share the XP. They sort of take turns getting the XP. So, if I'd like unequipped Dudette, Dude would have gotten that little XP orb, and he would have leveled up. So you can sort of play with that stuff if you want. Yeah. Drop a protect. Oh, good. Let's start this again. All right. Well, so we got to get from 3 guard to 6 guard. I did enjoy Dungeon Keeper. I didn't think it actually held up as well as I was hoping, unfortunately, but I had a lot of fun with Dungeon Keeper 2 when I was younger, but then going back to playing it later on, I was like, oh man, interface needs some work. All right, another source of power, or defense, that is to say. That one. Drop a protect. Come on, let me get some luck so I don't have to reload. That was 2, right? That was 1. All right, yeah. That's why we're doing it this way. Any other type of videos or retro games only? Ah, well, today's live stream is probably just this for a while, unless I get really bored of it. I will definitely live stream other games in the future, and I have in the past. Like, it's not always just old games. Part of it is sort of testing out my, I have sort of upgraded my internet package lately, so I'm just testing to see how the bandwidth looks for you guys watching along. I already did this room, right? I got a key, And now I can go back through this other sort of central area and go to the other door. Yeah, some of it is just an experiment to see how the streaming looks with the new fancy upload speed and everything. Not like you can, I mean, playing an old Super Nintendo game, but still. It's being streamed at 1080p and 60 frames a second. Amazing quality. But, you know, if it looks reasonable, then I can start thinking of more modern-ish games that will still look nice. In the past, I've been limited by my upload rate, so that I couldn't necessarily play a lot of brand new games, or at least not stream them. I should probably try, I should try to get that guard source in. We're gonna have a boss fight eventually, so... Or if I dare fight another statue. Alright, we got it. Not too bad. Not too bad. Only took 2 tries. I mean, you'd think it'd be 33% of the time or something. Anyway, hopefully this is the correct key. Actually, you know what I want to do here quick? Let me, It says copy, but it just means move. Let me start moving my jewels to the bottom. If I don't start organizing these now, it'll just get worse and worse. Anyone who watched those old Terraria videos knows about inventory management. Alright, so that's fine. Let's... It's obvious how to use this key. Alright, another little puzzle. So, this one's a little bit more complicated. We got 3 switches, none of them touching a wall, and you also can't block the door, because you have to be able to get through the door. Thanks, wall note. Well, it's not just about the graphics, like, when you're trying to stream, like, 3D video, like, say, The Witcher 3 or something, which I have tried in the past, you need to have a lot of bandwidth on the upload, or else it just doesn't really work. It just looks terrible. And it's not all about the graphics being perfect, but, Okay, so I don't think this one's particularly hard, but I do need to prep it a little bit. So, the rocks you can push around. Once you're against the wall, they're kind of stuck, because you can't pull them. And then the metal balls are a little bit more difficult, because once you push them, they just keep rolling. Let's see, is there a quick way to do this? I'm just trying to remember how I did in the past. Oh, yeah, sorry, I know. Yeah. I'm sorry, everybody. I have to rebind some hotkeys because that's not going to work with Super Nintendo games. All right, so this is the puzzle. If in case you missed it, 3 switches you have to have on at once, 2 rocks and 3 balls. 3 balls, yeah. So I could push one of these. Let's just experiment. I'll probably get it wrong first try. Don't expect much. No, that's not going to quite cut it. Oh, I know. Okay, I think I got it. I think this is the way you're supposed to do it. So then you push this one up. Yeah, this is totally the way to do the puzzle. Look at this! It's like I'm a puzzle pro. There we go. I mean, to be fair, I have done all these before at some point, many years ago. Alright, look at that. Oh, look! How did she get through that puzzle and then reset it once we got to the other door? X-ray glasses? Isn't that cheating? I guess it's not cheating if we get some. Oh, there they are. See a floor of the dungeon. Alright, so you can get like a little mini-map here, right? Yeah. It's not like super helpful, but there's your mini-map. I don't remember using these very much, but if you're patient or you're looking for secrets, they're probably worth it. I don't think you slow down for carrying a lot of stuff. It's just you get stuck in inventory hell. Alright. Hey, a save point. Great. We haven't died yet, so, you know, it's pretty good recording so far. Holy smokes, it's already been an hour? Alright, so for those of you watching this on YouTube, that's episode 1. There you go. We'll finish this dungeon for you guys next time. If you're on the live stream, we'll just keep going. See you guys. See some of you guys later.